My brothers and sisters, this is ODJ, Otis Drip Jones, MrDoItMan himself. And I need to address this video that come across my desk on yesterday. It's a video and article reported by TMZ of a man in Bethel, Ohio, peacefully demonstrating and protesting the racial injustices that are seen in our country. As we all know, the killing of George Floyd, and even on last Friday, the shooting murder of Rashard Brooks. Can't forget about Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, and the countless of other individuals, black individuals that have been killed at the hands of the police. So this young man in Bethel, Ohio, is in a crowd of people who's obviously angry at him for doing what he has the right to do. We have a right to protest. And what happens in the video, a man wearing a Confederate flag bandana, which we all know what that means. The Confederate flag stands for white supremacy over any other race, and white authority over the black race. We all know what that war was for. That war was because the Confederacy wanted to keep slavery. And that's what that flag stands for. Not about no heritage, not about a history. It's about a history of you wanting to keep black people enslaved. That's what that flag stands for. So this coward Confederate flag bandana wearing, I want to say something else, but I'll keep my composure. He sucker punched this man in the back of the head. What a coward to stand there and to measure up this man's head and punch him in the head. A man that looks just like you. Not even a black man that he punches. This young man he's a white man. He's just conscious to the idiots like you who would punch this man in the back of his head for doing what he has the right to do. So at one point of the article, TMZ reports the man who was smacked doesn't flinch much and keeps his composure for a few moments before complaining to the cop. The officer didn't do much other than joining the mob of people in telling him to get out of town and go protest somewhere else. What kind of nonsense is that? Well, like there's a designated protest section, like he's going to have a cigarette. You know, the designated smoking section. There's no designated protesting section. You can't tell someone where to protest. He's on the public street. And you got these idiots, and the language they were using, it was vulgar, it was nasty, it was profane laced. They were trying to intimidate him, calling him an MFer and a mama's boy. And it's just ridiculous that anyone who wants to promote and wants to push the empowerment of black people, racist people are against that. This young man was white. He's not even a black man. He's white. But he realizes and recognizes the systemic racism that's going on and the white privilege that's going on. And he wants to speak out against it. And someone, coward, yellow belly, punches this man in the back of his head and then runs. And the sad thing about it is it was two police officers there. I can hear the police officer say, well, we can take a report and we can handle it that way. And then the man said, well, where can I protest? And then he points somewhere. And they tell him, get out of here, go to Cincinnati, go protest up there. And they're screaming USA. That's not USA. Well, actually, it is USA. Honestly, it is. And it's horrible. But according to our constitutional rights, we have a right to protest. Just like you have a right to scream the idiotic statement that all lives matter, to combat the statement that black lives matter. It's dumb. For all lives to matter, black lives has to matter. And us again saying black lives matter isn't saying that no other race or ethnic group does not matter. Black Lives Matter is a statement of focus. We're focusing on our lives because it is our lives who are in danger. Our lives are in danger. Police lives are not in danger. White lives are not in danger. Yes, white people get killed by the police officer. Yes, they do. But not at the rate that blacks are killed by police officers. And that's where the disparity comes in. It just blows my mind. You want to be included in saying all lives matter because we say black lives matter, but you don't want to include us in on the pay that you all receive over us. It is statistically known that a white individual with the same education as a black individual is paid higher than that black individual. That can't be argued. Statistics show it. And those who do not want to acknowledge it is literally and purposely turning a blind eye to the wrongs that's going on. And it's sad. It's sad. It is sad. It is so sad that people are not able to even acknowledge the wrongs. It's ridiculous. Not even able to acknowledge the wrongs. And the police, for them not to protect this young man. We pay taxes, and our taxes support police salary. Your job is to serve and protect us, not kill us and hunt us. Your job is to serve and protect. And at that moment, Bethel, Ohio Police Department did not protect that young man and allow him to be assaulted and allow the perpetrator to get away. He got away. Oh, they're looking for him. As if they're really looking for him. Why would they have to look for him when there were two officers that were there that could have apprehended him there? Because guarantee you, if it was a black man that had assaulted a person screaming, all lives matter, they'd have chased him down and potentially shot and killed him. But because he was a white man who was assaulting a person that looked just like him, but was pushing the movement of Black Lives Matter, they don't care about him. And it's sad. It's sad that they didn't protect that young man. Who are we supposed to run to when we need help? When you're looking at us being assaulted and you won't do anything about it. Shame on you, Bethel Police Department. Shame on you. And those officers should be reprimanded. And there should be some consequences for them not doing their job. There's no place where you can't do your job and you won't get reprimanded. Every job that I've worked, when I violated a procedure, an operational procedure, an attendance policy, a dress code policy, I was reprimanded. So why, when police officers do wrong in their occupational area, they're not held accountable? And those two officers need to be held accountable. They did not protect the young man. They allowed him to get assaulted, and then they made him move and go somewhere else to protest so it would be okay for that mob of people, that angry mob of people that didn't want that young man to tell them that Black Lives Matter. It's horrible. It's horrible. That's why we as a people need to come together tomorrow and celebrate like never before, because tomorrow is Juneteenth. June 19, 1865, we were on paper free from slavery. We were on paper free from oppression. But we know that before 1865, after 1865, even up to right now, June 2020, we are still enslaved. We are still oppressed by people who purposely do not want to see us rise and be great like the people that God called us to be. Shame on you, Bethel Police Department. Shame on you, Bethel Police Department. I'll say it one more time for the people in the back. Shame on you, Bethel, Ohio Police Department. You failed to uphold the oath that you took to serve and protect. And you don't get to pick and choose who you serve and who you protect, or when you serve or when you protect. You failed that, young man, and you should be held accountable. This is ODJ, Otis Drip Jones, MrDoItMan himself.